Hello friends, Jaisa here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have this Diwali makeup look for you guys, which is gold eyes with a pop of blue and neutral lips. So if you want to know how I got this look, please keep watching. So to begin with, I'm applying this Essence eyeshadow base all over my eyelids and just blending that using my fingers. Now I'm taking a scotch tape and placing it in an angle so that we get a really nice winged out shadow kind of look. Now taking this color from the Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced on a fluffy brush, I'm going to apply this as the transition shade. I'm going back and forth as you can see here. So I'm just using the windshield wiper motion to apply the color on the transition area. Now taking this deeper color from the same palette, which is a semi-sweet color, on a smaller blending brush, and I'm just further deepening the crease just to add a little bit of depth for the whole look. Now taking this gold shadow on a flat shader brush, I'm applying that all over my eyelids. So I felt like the color was not as intense as I wanted it to be. So I kind of sprayed some Fix Plus on the brush and reapplied the shadow to make that color pop. So you get this nice intensity when you apply Fix Plus. Now taking this bronzy shade, I'm applying that from the middle portion to the outer portion to create a nice gradient from the lighter color to the darker color. And taking this blue shade from the BH Cosmetics palette, I'm applying that on the outer thirds of my eyelids, not taking to the crease at all. Now I'm taking a black matte shade and just further darkening the outer V, and carefully making sure the outer V is saturated with the black color. Just reapplying the black shadow again and again just to intensify the whole eyes. Now I'm blending the black shadow a little bit towards the crease, on the outer crease area. Now take a brush and then make sure the shadows are blended well. And take a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just making sure there are no harsh lines and just blending the crease a little bit more. Now I'm just taking a little bit of that blue shade because after blending all the shades together, the blue kind of faded out, so I just wanted the blue to pop out a little more, and adding a little bit of that black shade again to darken the outer ends. Now I'm just lining my eyes using the Bourjois liner, and I'm just slightly winging it out. Now I already filled in my brows and I'm just applying some brow mascara, and now I'm highlighting my brow bones using a lighter shade from the same palette, which is a Chocolate Bar palette, using a shader brush. Now remove the scotch tape and clean your face. Now for primer, I'm using this Nivea After balm as the primer, and I love it. It's really moisturizing. Now for foundation, I'm using the Makeupforever HD foundation and applying that using a Real Techniques Face Expert brush. Now for concealer, I'm using my favorite right now, which is the Maybelline Age Refined Concealer in the shade Medium. Applying that underneath my eyes in an inverted triangle shape. And also I am applying that a little bit on the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead and also on the chin area. I'm using my favorite brush to blend out the concealer, and it's the Morphe Small Chubby Buffer brush, and I'm just blending all the concealer and making sure it's blended well into the foundation. Now I'm setting my under eyes using this e.l.f. under eye setting powder using a Real Techniques setting brush. And for contouring, I'm mixing these two shades from the Katvond Shade and Light palette and slightly contouring my cheeks. So the brush I'm using is a Real Techniques contouring brush. And then for bronzer, I'm using a MAC mineralize skinfinish, just like a highlighter. It's called Global Glow, but it's a little bit dark, so I like to use it as a bronzer. It's very shimmery, and I'm just applying that on my cheeks to bronze up my face and also a little bit on the forehead and chin. Now for blush, I'm using the H&M blusher in the shade Tawny Peach and putting that on the apples of my cheek. And I love this color. It's a very neutral kind of shade. Taking the gold shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I'm applying that on the inner corners using a pencil brush, and then I'm adding that blue shade on the outer corners and just deepening a little bit of the outer corners with some black shades. So there's like a gradient from the gold, blue, and the black. Now I'm just applying this cold pencil on my waterline. I think it's the Lakme one. Now I'm taking this color called Marzipan from the Chocolate Bar palette itself and applying that as the highlighter. I really love this color to highlight my face. So it's like a 2-in-1. Now also I'm just adding that little bit on the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm taking this Rimmel lip liner in the shade Wild Clover and filling my entire lips using that. I'm lining and filling the lips using this lip liner. It's a very pretty color, like a peachy, pinky nude. And then I'm applying this nude lipstick by Gerard Cosmetics on top. I also did apply some false lashes and mascara off camera. So that completes the look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much. Bye bye.